Welcome back to the Raw Grass Podcast. We are here with Priscilla. We're at the Powerhouse Gym here because for her, she lives heavy. I would say like you're more kind of like
local.
Yeah, more hush hush. I will put all of her. I would say what you're on. You get
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Oh, you're all right. Getting it done, which is awesome. So we have a lot to hop into because, you know, for what you've, I would say when, as we're actually speaking about certain things to go over, because you got people who are like, oh, I don't want to hop into that, which, it's awesome. But for you were like, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, all right. So, yeah, thank you for being here and, being open. And, like, I actually don't know her. This is the first time meeting her. But, I was on Instagram. And, she's like, oh, hey, whatever. And then I was like, who is this? Right? So, we kind of scroll. And I was like, oh, all right, you lift heavy too. Shoot, that's what's up. So, after that, just kind of, I would say just going back and forth on who you are. I was like, we have to sit down. You have a story to share and, hopefully just inspire, only one person out there. Mm-hmm. Because, what we're going to go over is, I would say, a lot that's not really spoken about. Like, oh, I was abused by my boyfriend, which, I was like, is it all like, but, I was like, is it right to jump into that? She's like, let's do it. And I'm sure out there, there's actually a lot of people out there who are like, oh, I can't leave or whatever. But stay tuned for that. So, yeah, we're just going to hop into it now.
All right. Well, you want to just...
Yeah, we're...
Okay, I'm Priscilla. I'm 32. I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. I like to lift heavy from time to time. The reason I wanted to do this is because I like being vulnerable. I like helping people out whatever way I can. And if my story inspires one person, like you said, is more than enough, I've been going to the gym since I was 18. At that time I was overweight. My dad is the one that actually got me going to the gym. He would pick me up and we would go every morning, and it was a routine until it became more of a habit. And now it's my lifestyle. Like, whenever I'm having a bad day, I come and I work out, and it helps me get through it. It's not therapy, but it helps me get through it. It helps me take out whatever anger I'm feeling, and I can actually think clearly instead of thinking in that anger. You know what I mean? And then, I just been doing the gym, and then this past year I opened up a business. It's called Bombshells and Barbells.
Fresh.
I opened up a business because I always wanted to do it, and I never took the steps to do it. But my old man, my boyfriend, he pushed me to do it. He told me, why am I sitting around when I have a great idea, and at the same time I can inspire people? I want people to wear my stuff and feel empowered and feel like, yeah, I'm a fucking badass. Like, when they put on my shirt, they're like, yeah, I'm about to ready to go fuck shit up,
And get shredded out. So what, of course you were, I guess, at home or like, oh, hey, like I have this idea. So like, what held you back?
Fears
of
and
what?
risk, like the fears of the risk. Because when you jump into a business, it's all or nothing. It's not going to work unless you put your full devotion into that business. It's like, how am I going to water? How am I going to have a green grass if I don't water all of it? If I only water a corner, it's only that corner is going to be green, but not all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it took me, I came out with it in February of last year. Oh no, this year. And then I just sat on it. And I was just like, fuck, I need to make more money. Like, I'm not making enough. And in October, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and he had a real conversation with me. And he's like, why the fuck are you sitting on it? You have the shirts here. You have the fucking design. Go fucking put it out and go get it done. And that put a fire under my ass to do it, you know? I'm very, very grateful to have people that push me, especially my old man. He helps me out a lot, yeah.
So, okay, this is kind of funny. Okay, old man. Is he like old? No. Like I'm so confused on why you guys.
Yeah, he's a bag of dirt. All right.
So that was her saying it.
I tell him all the time.
But I just don't kind of see that.
It's like it's just a saying that we're saying. Like it's like my vato, my old man, my old lady.
Okay.
It's like a saying, but. Yeah, that's my boyfriend. I call him my
You're
old
like,
man.
bro, look at your skin. But you old. I'm not saying you. Yeah. He's like, okay, who is this guy? I'm gonna go.
He's gonna be
I'm
like,
gonna go get
all
this.
you guys did was talk shit about me.
That was her. We is cool. Like that, right? No. Just because like who we are around, like just kind of certain, I guess certain things that are said, like old man, all that kind of stuff, like that. I'm like, old lady. I'm like, bro, is she 85? All this kind of stuff. I'm like, you're like half the age, which is fine. I'm not judging, but I'm like, certain things are said. I'm like, okay, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, it's gross. So I had to kind of
make it clear.
Ask. Had to ask. Because you have people who are kind of like, oh, I'm curious, and just don't ask and just kind of go. And I'm like, but now you don't have a business. You didn't ask nobody who had the results in where you're going.
Yeah.
So back to it. So he was like, hey, let's go. Like, what's up?
Yep. And he pushed me to do it, and I finally did it, and I started to make content consistently. And I started in October. I only had 125 followers, and now we're at like about to be almost 600 followers.
That's what's up. So hit her up.
But the biggest thing about it is like we like to empower people. We want to make them feel good. We want to make them know that they can do it, that they will. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. You can't let people that doubt you and people that give you negative energy and stuff like that, you can't let that stop you, because there's always going to be some person somewhere. It could be your family, it could be your best friend, but you could tell them a great idea and they'll be like, well, what if this happens, or what if that happens, or what if it's
haters.
Like hurt people are going to hurt people, and sad people want to make you sadder. You know what I mean? And I realized that when I opened up this business, I realized who my real supporters and my real friends were. And I had to make some adjustments to who I was hanging out with. And now I'm hanging out with people that do more, and that have businesses and do more and want more, and it makes me want to want more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that is key for who you're around. Yeah, it's like, I know this is probably, this is about weed, so if you're into drugs, cool. If you're not, cool. But like, yeah, if you're around people who, I would say they do drugs, or they all that kind of stuff. Up to a point, you will, if you don't have that I see how it hurts you or helps you. Helps. If you do certain, it's kind of up top. You're like, oh, I can think clear. I was told if I do, if I smoke weed, it's going to help me kind of speak better. As an up top, I don't think so much, and it's kind of slowed out. But I'm like, okay, cool. I see that, but I want to like think how I want to think. I don't want to like an outside like drug or whatever to kind of, I guess, aid my thinking or slow it down. But yeah.
Or you don't want to have to rely on it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I don't have it. Oh, and then you start twitching, which I'm sure that there are certain things out there you have to take to be, I guess, normal.
Yeah.
But okay, cool. I'm not gonna hop on that. I'm not a PhD like doctor stuff. I don't do that.
I think that everybody chooses what they want to choose. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hate you because you chose that way, but I'm not gonna associate with you because you chose that. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't bring us up; it brings us down. You know what I mean? Like I can't hang around with people that have no goals, no motivation, no stuff like that, because it's only going to slow me down. And if I have a goal, they're going to stop me from getting to where I want to be. It really is who you hang around with. It really is. Like I started my prep for my powerlifting competition, and I told my old man, I was just like, I want to be the weakest one there. That's my goal, to be the weakest one there. And he's like, why? And I was just like, because if I'm the weakest one, that means that they're all stronger than me. And that means that I could use that as motivation to be better, to do better. You know? I don't want to be the smartest person in my group. I always want to be the dumbest because I can learn something off of them. Well, why do I, like for example, here, I'm one of the strongest females here.
Shredded.
But there's other females that are strong here. And I got into a level to where, like, I feel like I don't have motivation here. I'm only going through the routine because this is what I do. But when I went to the other gym, my prep gym, I was just like, shit, like I gotta fucking work now. I gotta work. It was a different mindset. It was a different change up, you know?
So you're saying in certain key points, if you're trying to compete or not, if you're just trying to if you're at a certain spot or certain job or whatever, you're like, what's happening? Like, I need more on board.
Yeah.
You just have to go out and seek certain things. Is that kind of?
Yeah, like you can't, like, how do they say it? You can't have a rose grow in the desert. A rose only grows in the manure. So you have to change the environment to get that result. You know what I mean? So I have to change my environment. I have to change my environment in order to get the results that I want. And it's nothing, like I always tell, because I know a lot of people here, and I always tell them, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to leave. And they're like, why? And I was like, it's because I need to focus. I need to focus on me. Because at the end of the day, I come to the gym for me. And if I'm sitting there talking to other people in the middle of my set, doing this, doing that.
I see it all the time.
But if I'm doing that, I'm not reaching the goal. I'm distracted from the goal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I need to, that's the point where I have to refocus and really focus on me, you know?
So, like, with that being said, is that only at the gym or also
in life?
In life?
Yeah, in life.
Like
there's friends that I've dropped. There's people that, like, even family members that I don't really talk to as much because they're doing stuff. I love them for where they're at, but I can't change them, you know? But the only thing I could change is if I surround myself with them. So I pull myself away so I don't have to feel like I'm adjusting myself to their needs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I would say at the same time, as you do that, you will, I guess, as you're not around them so much and you do a lot more, they will actually see that and be like, oh, she's changing. Is it me that was bad? Or do I have to, go after her?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, she's not, I want to be like her. So, yeah, at the same time, you want to impact, influence, not just everybody on YouTube, which she does, but also people who you're around, because those people, I would say, of course, it's who you're around, but also where you actually live, I think, plays a big key. In some cases, if some people don't kind of have that away, like, oh, I see people on the streets and all this kind of stuff like that. Okay, cool, yeah, you see it, you're aware of it, but don't let that in.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, I can't do nothing because they're not doing nothing. How about be around people who want more, who do more, and that's so key.
Yeah, I want people, when I walk into the room, I don't want people to be like, why is she here? I want people to be like, oh, fuck yeah, Priscilla's here. Fuck yeah. Like,
that's the big homie right
there. Yeah. Like, but I want that response, you know? I don't want to be around negativity. I want to be around positivity. And literally, it's in the past year and a half, 2 years, I've made big changes, and it's helped me out a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so key. So heaviness, how you lift heavy, like, I would say, why heavy than just like super, like, okay weight but high reps?
I like bodybuilding. That's what you're well, so what
just for working out.
So this is my first prep for powerlifting. Okay, I've always been strong, but this is the strongest I've ever been.
Like, you see her thighs? See those things? Shh.
Yeah, I've always been strong, right? But I always wanted to do more, you know?
Okay.
And literally, I've done bodybuilding for so many years that I've just gotten tedious. I gotten bored of it. I come and do it, but I got bored of it. So I wanted to push myself outside the box with powerlifting. And being able to lift strong is one of the best things. Like, I love the fact that I go in there, that I can lift more than the men in there. It's not about that. It's
not about that. You're like, I just outlifted all these men.
Well, it's okay.
Small ass men up. No, I'm kidding. If you guys are watching this, I was kidding.
It's like, how can I put it? I feel empowered because I could go in there by myself, not need help from a man, because it is a male-dominated world. So I could do it by myself.
Come on, ladies, get it. So lady, no, I'm kidding. Oh, shit.
I could do it by myself, for myself, and I could feel empowered after it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. So when I was a trainer, that was the biggest thing I wanted to give to a female. Because if you have the knowledge of what to do right, you could use it and you could build yourself up too. When you walk through these doors, you feel confident in knowing who you are in the gym and outside of the gym. It really does build in both places.
Is that why, like, is that why you're here now? Like how earlier you're saying, like, you were overweight. Is that kind of why, or what was like, hey, like, you need to go be active, be healthy?
Yeah, well,
look a certain way.
Well, when I first started, it was about the weight.
Okay.
It was about the weight. It was like, shit, I'm fucking fat ass. Like, I need to fucking work, you know?
Okay.
Like, you know, that's just like my inner dialogue. Like, you know, I was like, fuck, I need to fucking work.
You're like, let's go.
Yeah, and I saw, honestly, the week before I started working out, we went to the beach, and I saw a picture of myself when I was a size 16. I was big. I was like, fuck, I'm huge. And that motivated me to work, because I was like, I don't want to be this big. I don't want to be this big. I don't want to feel this big, you know? So I ended up going to the gym, and ever since then, I have been. You know, there's been times where I've taken times off or whatever, or I've gained weight or lose weight. Like, last year around this time, I was at 170.
See, she's saying her weight and stuff. Yeah, people out there, you want to talk about the weight? I didn't bring it up.
I was at 170, and I had a flat stomach and stuff like that. And then right now, I'm heavier. I'm at like 200, but I'm the strongest I've ever been. I'm confident in my body. Like, I learned to love myself no matter if I'm heavier, if I'm stronger. You know, I love myself either way. I mean, of course, you want to change some things, but I still love myself because my body functions healthy. You know, I could walk with my 2 feet. I could use my 2 hands. I have a great sound mind. You know, those are all stuff to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And to be able to just use. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you have some people who just don't do it because they're like, oh, I can't do this because I'm this way. I'm like, no, you have to work towards the goal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, when nobody gives a fuck about what you look like. Okay, let me put it to you like this. I always tell people, when you come into the gym and you're barely beginning and you get intimidated, when you see the person that's been here for years, and they look fucking mean and shit like that, and they look
swolled out.
Yeah. They don't give a fuck about you. They're here. They give a fuck about themselves. And so when you come in here, only focus on yourself. It doesn't matter if they're looking. If they're looking at you while you're working hard, that means that you're going to change within a month and they're going to stay the same because they're looking at you. So don't let anybody distract you. You come here for yourself, do it for yourself, and don't give a fuck about anybody else.
I'm not bleeping that out because in some cases, like the F word is, I guess, needed.
Yeah.
But it's in some cases because, woo, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, for me, I'm told I'm as so, you know, of course, us, we haven't actually met in person. You're like, oh, you're taller. You're
yeah, I was like, bigger. Tall.
I'm like, is that a good thing? Like, you know, because for me, I don't see me as like a huge guy, a tall guy.
Yeah.
But then I hear it from people like, bro, you're a big guy. Like, I'm like, what's happening? But like with that, I would say I don't see myself as kind of upper. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like, oh no, he thinks he's a big guy. He just kind of, well, you're small. You had on my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not like that. I have learned to love people for who they are.
Yeah.
Now, if stuff happens, that's different. I'm like, anyways, okay. Kind of going to that. All right, so at the gym, certain things you see that you just get you get heated at. You're like, just like certain pet peeves you have at the gym.
When people work out in front of the weight rack, like if you pull the 20s off the weight rack,
okay,
and you're standing right in front of the weight rack, how can anybody else get to the weights? And then you get mad at me for telling you to fucking get the fuck out of the way. And then I'm just like, it's a whole just stay out the fucking way. Grab your shit, go to your corner, go to wherever you're gonna go, use the weight, and then bring it back. Simple as that. Re-rack your fucking weight. Re-rack your fucking weight. Re-rack your fucking weight. Especially, like, there's some gyms that, like I know Metroflex Marietta, they'll fucking yell at you.
Good.
If you don't, they'll be like, re-rack your shit.
Good job. Oh, up over the intercom? On blast like that?
They'll be re-rack your shit. But
good job.
It just, like, there's certain courtesies that you give people, like, if somebody's waiting for the machine, you hurry up and do your sets and get it done. They're just like,
hurry up. I was there first.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
You can chill.
Shit,
look at she's getting heated. I almost fell back. I'm dead.
Yeah, there's just certain courtesies that you give to each other. Like, especially people that have been coming here for a long while. Like, just always re-rack your shit, wipe your shit down.
Hype your stuff down, because I see people who are sweating on the equipment, and then the day to sleeve, I'm like,
wipe your shit down.
I'm like, bro, you probably have the Rona. So, sorry. Ooh, they're gonna be like, oh, this one's off because you said the Corona. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, wipe your shit down, and then be courteous of other people. Be aware, like, other people are working around you. So don't, like, if there's a limited amount of space, then take your shit, go somewhere else. You know, there's just certain etiquette, and then make sure you fucking take a shower before you come. Like, Jesus Christ, like, I mean, that's just simple. You know what I mean?
Well, like, with that, you do have some people like, oh, well, I'm about to get sweaty already. I'm about to do that.
Yeah, but when the BO hits the air, man, like, that's a whole dude, when you clear out a fucking room, that's a bad sign. We'll donate to you. All right, donate.
Here's some soap or some spray or something. You know, oh my gosh, that is awesome. So how about how certain people will like have certain, like, super short kind of shorts, if they're even shorts, like, just kind of like that stuff. Is that kind of?
No, because I have to wear that for deadlifts. Like,
okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like everybody is entitled to wear what they want to wear, dress how they want to dress. If that's you. At the end of the day, it doesn't hurt me. But at the end of the day, like, if that makes that person feel confident in what they wear, fucking do it. That's cool.
Beautiful.
Like, you know, If you fucking want to be a fucking hoochie mama, you fucking do that shit.
Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama.
Yeah, you do it. Hey, because it makes you feel empowered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna hate on you. Like, you, cool. You know? I'm not gonna hate on you, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
Like, just because I don't like something, just because I don't personally do it, I'm not gonna hate on you if you do it. You know. But I have to wear shorts for deadlifts and stuff like that. So I can't say shit. You know, squats. I can't say shit.
Oh. Okay. That's
Yeah.
That's solid advice. Now more on life. Kids. You said you have 2 kids, but you raise 6.
Yeah. I help my old man with his 4, and then I have 2. So together it's 6. And then it's crazy, but it's fun.
So how did that happen? As in, you know, of course, how you guys met or whatever, and then you were like, "Hey, I have 4 kids." You're all, you know, how did that happen?
He told me that he raises his nieces and nephews, and I was like,
"Oh,
cool.
Nieces and nephews too?"
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, cool.
Hey, you're awesome.
I was like, cool, shit. And I was just like, well, I got 2 kids too. She's like, all right, well, fuck it. It's like
wow.
I don't know. It's like a 6-piece combo. You know what I mean? It's like, what can I say? Like, honestly, I love all of them.
Yeah.
All of them have different personalities and stuff like that, and they're all fucking different. But I fucking adore them. Yeah, they're my little demons, but I love them.
You're like, just stay still. But at the same time, I would want them to go be active than just sit at home on tablets.
No, yeah.
All day, every day. It's like, no, you need to learn how to talk to people.
No, my boys, like all the boys have their bikes and they ride up and down the street and stuff like that, and the girls were just playing outside, and we're like big on like being outside. So.
That is, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So, how do you see whoever they are? If you're out and about and you see, excuse me, you see whoever out and about, and you see like a mom or dad with their kid, and they're just on their phone, just zoned in, but not paying attention to what's going on. Like, oh shit, that's an apple. You should probably know an apple. Or like, oh, that's a zucchini. Also, Italian squash. Please get that. Every day. Hey, is this zucchini? Yeah. No, but it says on the tag Italian squash. I get it so much. I'm like, how do you guys not know this? But there's certain things we don't know.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm there. Mm-hmm. I think. All right, go.
I mean, I think every parent's different. We, even like us together, we parent differently, but we learn how to work around it. But like, I don't know, we're active with our kids. We know when they're having a bad day, and we know when they're giving us attitude, and we know that there's something else going on. Like, one of the kids is giving us attitude, and they're like, there's something fucking going on. Yeah. We know it. And like, you know what I mean? Because they don't do that. My kids are like, each kid has their own personality, like I said, and we just try to acclimate to them as best as we can. But we're not trying to. We're also trying to raise men. You know, we're not trying to raise people that don't stand up for themselves. We want them to stand up for themselves and represent something. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I would say I'm the exact same way. I've been told I'm too hard. I would say it's just because how I was raised. Mm-hmm. I was always out and about. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to be home. You guys you're around bad things and you're doing bad things. I'm not trying to be up in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was always out. But yeah, how often are you out with them compared to being up on your phone? Because I see it so much. You have kids who just run wild because they aren't being, I guess, not being, oh, pay attention to me. It's kind of like, hey, do that. How do you see that?
Like, I don't know. Like, my kids are, 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 like, I don't know. Like We take time with each and every one of the kids.
Okay.
So sometimes we'll take out all the kids. Sometimes we'll only take out 2 of the kids. Sometimes we'll take out 1, but we spend time with them, and so they know that they can talk. Like the biggest thing with me and my kids, we talk about me and my boys. We talk about like, if you're having a problem, just tell me. Even if I get mad, we'll figure out a solution.
Ooh, okay.
So if you tell me, I tell you, give me a second, because I'm pissed off. But I'm gonna walk away, and then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Okay, or we're good now.
Yeah, because like sometimes like I don't want my kids to feel alone, like not feel like they have the support, like the support of me. Like I want them to know that they can come to me and can talk to me about stuff. Because a lot of kids growing up around when I was young, they didn't feel like that. They felt like they didn't have that support. You know what I mean? And so you want to make sure you give your kids the support that you didn't get. Like my mom and dad were there for me. They were there for me, but emotionally, it was hard. You know, I really didn't go to them with a lot of my emotional stuff. But I went to other people that I knew that could listen to me and hear me out and give me advice. You know.
Wow. Yeah, because I would say nowadays you have like people who are just up on their, like on Instagram and TikTok, and just like, oh, here's my life, and you're like, I have a kid here and a kid here, and they're like, hey, play with me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I would rather spend time on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I get more from that than you 2 or 3, however, 1, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, and I think that's why right now it's kind of going down. Oh, I have depression and all this kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of course, there are, certain things, either school and life, and because it is hard.
Yeah, and honestly, it's just like you are a circumstance to your situation. So growing up, if you have a bad family dynamic, you are most likely to become that dynamic. Most likely. But you have to choose to not want to be that dynamic. That's why I tell people you're not your situation. You could choose differently. Like, if you don't like that environment, take yourself out of that environment, put yourself into a different environment. But it's up to you to do that. I can only tell you. It's like if you came up to me for advice and I told you, and then you went off and you came back to me for advice, I wouldn't tell you again, because I already told you once. You should already know, took my advice, ran with it. I don't have the time or the energy to tell you 2 or 3 times. I should only be able to tell you once because you're a grown-ass man, right? All right?
I'm still ish there. At heart, I'm still a kid, so you got to tell me. Well, for me, I have to see I have to see where I can actually, like for certain things, I can actually kind of see that in my life and apply it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you should invest. And I'm like, bro, investing, I don't even know how to spell that, So, but now I'm like, oh,
yeah,
should have listened to her the first time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to have a job for the rest of my... Anyways, I don't want to do a whole rant about that. But yes, you have people who are like, nah, she's too harsh, or it's how you say. I say it like that because I'm about to... I'm about to squat like 6 plates. I'm upset. I got to get pumped,
Yeah.
I was kidding. I'm not squatting 6 plates. Like, whoa, shit, you don't lift heavy. I know, but not yet. So you're saying to be there for them because, at certain points, who else is out there?
Yeah, and they learn from you. Their characteristics come from you.
You hope they do.
Or
if not, you're like, oh,
like the way that
YouTube.
Like honestly, the way that they see you mad and they see you with the way that you respond, they're gonna copy that. They're gonna mimic that. Like they see. If a child comes from a broken home that they think love is hitting somebody or talking shit to somebody or like degrading somebody,
they're like, oh, that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. It becomes the new normal, So I have to create that dynamic for my kids to protect them and show them what real love is. I had to get out of my last relationship because that wasn't real love. That wasn't love at all. I told myself at that time, I pulled myself out of that relationship, and I said to myself, my kids can learn what love is through the love of my brothers and sisters, through the love of my family, you know, through that type of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want them to know that this type of abuse or whatever the hell it is going on, and they think that that's love, because it's not love. It's something else. I don't know what the fuck to call it, but it's something else. It's not good. You know,
you got problems out there who beat people. Yeah, but then again, in some cases, you have people who like being beat in certain situations. That's for another story. She's like, "What this happened?"
The BDSM over here. Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
No, but yeah, I mean, I just want to. I feel like you are the example for your kids, and if I can set a good example for my kids, then I feel like I'm at least setting them off on the right path, you know?
Yeah.
I can't control what they do in their future, but I can definitely help them pick the right path.
Yeah. It's like, oh, here's you're like, oh, here's life.
Yeah.
And you're free to go do what you're...
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is key for sure to, I would say, help out, you know, to be there. Because at 18, well, they're not no more 18, they're out, they're like be there for a long time, you know. But at the same time, it's hard out in life, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, because I was out at 18.
Yeah.
She's like, bro, you're a handful. You have a job and a car, and you have friends. Dudes, I'm like.
Same with me. I chose to be out at 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you chose.
I took out.
But why?
Because I don't like being told what to do.
Rebel.
I don't like being told what to do. I've always been like that. So if I felt like I was at 18, I felt like I knew it all, and
I'm an adult.
Yeah. And
bro,
then
you're dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
it is what it is. And then, like, you realize, like, later on in life, like, oh shit, my mom was right. Oh shit, what she said was right.
Yeah.
And my mom is right about a lot of shit. But like I was young and dumb, and I thought I knew it all. You know, I think that we have to all go through that shit so we can understand what it is to really appreciate, you know, where we're at. You know, it sucks that we go through that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you learn by experience.
Yeah, you learn by your failures.
Yeah, or you hope you learn by your failures.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's true. I mean, honestly, failures are like the stepping stones to success. But you have to choose to see where you fucked up and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do that shit again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cussed a lot. Sorry, I'm fucking silly.
Yeah, well, at the same, I would say like you're hoodish or hood. She's like, we're about to go down that. No.
I was like,
yeah, that hood life.
But I mean, I guess, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I think.
Little do you know.
All of us have some hood in us.
Yeah, little do you know, I'm a nerd.
Like what kind of, like a nerd or
like I like comics. I like anything DC, anything Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm big into that shit.
That's awesome. I just think, for me, seeing it, because I was too. I was huge into it. I'm like, oh, that's like DC.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to be like it, but just shred it out. You just. Well, and at the same time, I was angry. I wasn't like an angry kid. I was just like, in some cases, I would have to get pushed.
Yeah.
Pushed. Just keep pushing, and then I just snap.
Yeah.
Just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, but like, you know, certain things there. I just think, for me, I was like, okay. So those people who are like the Hulk and, you know, all that kind of stuff, they are actually doing something.
Yeah. There's a purpose.
I want to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, for me in life, I always, I guess, want to do something.
Yeah.
I'm actually always doing something. You know, if it's doing this hobby, if I'm making money this way, whatever. But I always have to be active. But now I'm just trying to be okay for when I age.
Yeah.
You know, you have to look forward, because I've seen it. I'm like, you're this old and you still work? I'm like, why? Oh yeah, because I was a hoochie mama, I was at the strip club, I was making that money, that fast money. I'm like, yeah, well, you making grip, but now you're old and you're starting to sag a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think certain men are like, bro, that's just in the wind.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, yeah, but then you do have some who are like, I'm gonna get that, you know, which is awesome. Good for you. But yeah, I've seen in life now, it gets harder as you age.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, why didn't I do something to set myself up?
Yeah, but honestly, you can't live in the regrets. You just have to do it.
Yes.
You have to figure it out and do it. Like, I gotta either be the kid that's like, oh, poor me, or else I can get up off my ass and fucking do it.
Like, oh, you're a victim? Good.
Yeah.
So am I.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if you're fucking crying in the corner. Nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's gonna come help you. You have to help yourself.
Easy. Like, you're gonna offend some people out there.
It's the truth, though.
Oof.
It's the truth. I'm sorry. I was like, it's...
Yeah, hoodish. Sorry, you're
it's
hoodish.
not...
You all know it's life.
It's life, yeah. And I talk to, like, if people ask me for advice, people hear, like, the one that you met earlier.
Mm-hmm. She's shredded too. Like, bro, you doing like 2 plates on that? Okay.
Yeah. She, like, I talk to everybody bluntly, because I would rather shoot through it instead of give you bullshit.
Like around the bush.
Yeah, nope. Oh, nope.
Shake the bush, you know? I want to see what's in that bush.
That's the thing about me. Like, I tell people how it is, you know? And if you want my advice, like, I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm like, you sure? I always tell people, you sure? Because they know that I'm going to say it how it is, you know?
Yeah. And you got some people who can't take that.
Yeah, that's why I ask if you're sure.
Are we good? Are we going to be friends after? I don't care.
I really don't be pissed off, but it is what it is.